We did our presentation on Alabama state prisons and specifically the St. Clair Correctional Facility. Some general issues regarding rights in Alabama state prisons are, first of all, inadequate health care. Many inmates do not receive adequate medical care, including treatment for chronic illnesses, infectious diseases, and mental health conditions. This can lead to preventable deaths and illnesses, and can also exacerbate existing health problems. Another is frequent violence. Inmates are at risk of assault, both by other inmates and by prison staff. There have been reports of excessive force being used by correctional officers, including the use of pepper spray and tasers. In addition, gang activity is a serious concern in some facilities and can contribute to violence and unrest. Another issue is overcrowding. In some cases, multiple inmates are housed in cells designed for one person, leading to cramped conditions and a lack of personal space. Overcrowding also means that inmates have limited access to educational and vocational programs, which can increase their risk of reoffending upon release. Another issue is low staffing. Inadequate staffing has caused the state to struggle to recruit and retain correctional officers, in part because of low pay and poor working conditions. This has resulted in a shortage of staff, which can make it difficult to maintain order and ensure the safety of inmates and staff alike. Lastly, solitary confinement is used more frequently in Alabama than in any other states, and for longer periods of time. Inmates may be placed in solitary confinement for disciplinary reasons or because they are deemed to be at risk of harming themselves or others. However, prolonged isolation can have severe psychological effects, including depression, anxiety, and hallucinations.
The institution that we chose to be the case study of this presentation is the St. Clair Correctional Facility. The St. Clair Correctional Facility is located on 600 acres in St. Clair County in Springville, Alabama. This facility is a men's prison, therefore there are no female inmates. Several of these male offenders are serving life sentences without the possibility of parole. This specific facility has an operating capacity of about 1,500 inmates. The age group of these inmates are usually between 18 years of age to about 25 years of age.
St. Clair has had many allegations and attempts to acquire change for the way prisoners in Alabama have been forced to live unfairly. The Department of Corrections has failed to protect these people, as there are many incidents that occur either resulting in serious injury or death. The frequency of outbreaks impacts not only physical issues but also the mental issues of the inmates by wondering if they will be safe. This only implements and results in why this is happening, mainly due to unequipped faculty, overcrowded areas, lack of order and control with not enough protocols, as well as the prison guards letting fights outbreak because of understaffing without doing anything about it causes these people to be vulnerable. It is unjust because they are still human beings and should be treated that way. Ultimately, this is why St. Clair is deservingly under scrutiny.
The situation in Alabama state prisons has been ongoing. While there have been many unfair conditions reported in the past, there have been recent problems. According to Evan Mealans with the Montgomery Advertiser, the Alabama Department of Corrections switched to this holiday meal schedule, serving only breakfast and dinner on Monday in most, if not all, of its facilities. The department maintains that the switch was logistically necessary and not retaliatory. The prisons have been pushing forward and encouraging unfair treatment. An example of how the prisoners have been fighting back for their rights is by carrying out work strikes to petition for better working conditions. Pressures that are being placed on the prisoners include food limitations. Media and other outlets have mentioned and recognized these actions as unfair. Because of this, support is being garnered to eventually improve these unfair and biased conditions.